So moving on, Japanese games. A lot of Japanese games
Japan.
at Square's press conference. Japan. Star Ocean 5, they're making a new RPG under their new studio called Tokyo RPG Factory, aptly named. But I want to talk about two specifically. I want to talk about, before I get to my magnum opus, we're getting a NieR sequel. NieR was a very weird, very strange, very brash game, a spin-off of the Drakengard series, made by an eccentric fellow by the name of Yoko Taro, who doesn't like to show his face in public.
Which is why he showed up in the weirdest mask.
He did a talk at GDC last year, and he did his entire talk with a paper mask over his face. This is a character from NieR, which is really funny. It looks kind of like the moon, really like the memes that have come out of his appearance.
It's the saddest character in NieR.
It is the saddest character. They're all sad, but this is definitely the saddest. What's interesting about NieR, not only that we're getting one, which is sort of strange, never thought we'd get a sequel, it's being made by Platinum Games. Now, Platinum Games has a full slate right now. They've got Scalebound, they've got there's Star Fox.
Transformers.
And Transformers. So this is the fourth game we've seen or heard of from them in the past few months that they're working on. And I guess Square approached Platinum to give a new life to NieR and put some sort of action RPG elements into it. What do you guys think? Kevin, you reviewed NieR.
I did. I was one of those people that wasn't actually very keen on NieR. I got bored after a while, like large stretches with not a whole lot going on. I like NieR as an idea more than I did as an actual game, if that makes sense. But that's kind of why I'm excited about NieR 2, because I think this is a chance for those ideas to really really come to fruition.
I mean, the fact that they're doing it is a clear sign that even Square Enix, which has been kind of like tone deaf and blind to the demands and what their fans want, is giving NieR a second chance. Like, that is the most obscure JRPG probably in the last 10 years, and it didn't make much of a buzz. I mean, a very small niche enjoy it. So the fact that they've actually decided, we should make a second version of NieR is kind of encouraging. So, and hopefully it doesn't have that much, because it wasn't as popular, there's not a lot of like ties to the original, so Platinum can really go wild with it.
What kind of a sense of the tone or the world did you get from this trailer? Are there any clues in that concept art?
So the girl with the white hair, there were some characters with white hair in the original NieR, which is why I'm wondering if maybe they're connected. The thing about the Drakengard and the NieR games is that they're weird and they're strange. Drakengard 3, which came out last year, the main character was a escaped prostitute with magic powers. NieR, of their main characters, you find out throughout the game that one of the main characters, a girl, was actually born intersex, and it's sort of tortured her whole life. You have the father-daughter relationship, which is not something you see in a lot of games. These games have never shied away from being sexy, from using foul language, from being just really in your face and dirty and gross. And I get a sense from this that maybe it will. I mean, maybe this will also go down that same path. When she went down, you had the nice upskirt shot, which is, I mean, we made it, 45 minutes before we got an upskirt shot, maybe? But I think, I'm guessing that this NieR will be the same kind of thing, the same post-apocalyptic, kind of unafraid to be mature.
The vibe I'm getting from it is, it seems like Square Enix, if I was to put myself in their shoes, I'd be thinking along the lines of Persona, and thinking we want something that's kind of quirky and unique and eye-catching in the same way that Atlas's RPGs are. Because, I mean, the Persona games are hella Japanese, like mad Japanese.
Hella Japanese.
So Japanese, but they have such a buzz, like a worldwide buzz. People are excited for Persona. I mean, a few years ago, nobody would care about it, because it's called Shin Megami Tensei. So it's like they want to recapture some of that kind of weird Japanese niche, taking it across the borders and making it palatable, more interesting. So doing weird quirky stuff with it and letting Platinum really go wild and indulge your weird fantasies might be a way to kind of represent NieR as something fresh and interesting.
You have to be really careful here, though, because a big part of NieR is constantly changing of gameplay styles. That game had text adventure, and it had Resident Evil going through the mansion all creepy, and it had shmup. You were in a shmup for a while, and side-scrolling platformer, and just you need you need to have that, otherwise it's not NieR. The other thing you need to have is the most stupendous soundtrack you've ever heard, because I still think NieR is. I think NieR is possibly one of the greatest soundtrack ever created for a game, and I don't say that lightly.
Next to Persona 3, it's cool.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
Perhaps. But I love NieR's soundtrack
that.
so much. So that's really what we need. We need a great soundtrack, and we need We need that constantly changing gameplay styles.
I agree. All right, that is NieR 2, made by Platinum. We still don't have a release date. They're going to talk more about it in fall 2015. I'm guessing TGS. Let us know if you think NieR should be getting a sequel in the comments below, as always.